Ladies and gentlemen, it's a warm welcome to a wet and soggy Wanderers Football Park competition. Third place Western Sydney Wanderers hosting the 13th place Hills United. Wanderers looking to keep in touch with the top two as they chase premiership glory, whilst Hills United looking to bounce back with another victory after last week's fantastic victory over Sydney Olympic by 2-1. We've got That's all right, eh? Yeah.
Cox for the goal.
And it's a warm welcome to Wanderers Football Park, ladies and gentlemen. Round 17 action of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. It's a wet and soggy Western Sydney today. A lot of rain about. Hasn't dampened the prospects of both these sides today. Western Sydney Wanderers coming in this one into third spot, taking on Hills United in 13th spot. We'll got this with you on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel today, as we see both sets of players make their way out to the centre of the park. And while they do that, we'll run through today's lineups for you. Firstly, the visiting side. They are unchanged from their team that defeated Sydney Olympic last week by 2-1. In goals, number 1, Ryan Wood. A back four of right to left. 17, Caleb Jackson Brown. Number 15, Noah Casserly. Number 5, Daniel Pitkovsky. And number 12, Jordan Lane. Holding midfield of number 27, Nikolai Muller. Number 26, Thomas Mako. And the front four of the skipper on the right. Number 19, Glenn Kelshaw. Yua Kubo. Number 9, Anthony Frangi. Number 11 up top. Number 20, Thomas Lopez. On the bench, reserve keeper Emlyn Cross. Wade Giovanali. Jamal Belcardi. Cam Philp. Sam O'Connor. And Sunday Yono. They are coached by Luke Casserly. Whilst for the Western Sydney Wanderers, there's a raft of changes from the side that drew 0-0 last week with Sutherland Sharks. And they line up like this. In goals, number 1, Tiger Harper. Back four, from right to left, number 24, Anthony Barbich. Number 3, Anthony Pantazopoulos. Number 16, Roman Chelina. And number 99, Ryan Devine. Holding midfield of 25, Riley Hollingdale. And number 6, Dylan Shakluna. And a front four of number 7, Marcus Eunice. Number 12, the skipper, Zach Sapsford. Number 18, Owen Luol. Number 13, Aidan Hammond. On the bench for Western Sydney Wanderers reserve keeper, number 20, Lucas Sinot. Number 36, Dallo Sandy. Number 23, Marcus Fernandez. Number 47, Edmund Haddad. Number 77, Philip Gigliotti. Number 27, Julian Kopp. They are coached by Andrew Christensen. Today's referee for you will be Mr. Stephen Lucas. Assistant referees Matthew Harris and Thomas Alders. And in fourth official, Mitchell Renton. As we're about to have kick-off here, as I mentioned at the top of the call, a wet and windy day here in Sydney today. The weather certainly hasn't missed. Sydney Wanderers play their football. An early start for you to kick off your Saturday afternoon. There are some games that have been washed out, and we'll go through some of those as the call proceeds. It will be Hills United to kick off today. Yua Kubo and Thomas Lopez there with the ball at their feet. They'll be running from left to right in the yellow shirts, whilst Western Sydney Wanderers in their traditional red and black shirts, as we have kick-off underway. And first touch for Aidan Hammond. Ryan Devine with the ball inside. Riley Hollingdale now under some pressure there from Nikolai Muller. And will be Western Sydney Wanderers with the first throw of the afternoon. And quickly taken by Ryan Devine, who finds Roman Chelina. Back to Tiger Harper. And the press there from Thomas Lopez. And Pantazopoulos had to get that away quickly as he was being put under pressure there from Anthony Frangi. So another throw to Western Sydney. Dylan Shakluna there with Yua Kubo all over him. Gives away the first free kick of the afternoon. A-League referee, one of the best referees in New South Wales, Stephen Lucas. So he'll have this well in control today as Hollingdale now gets the ball taken away from him by Yua Kubo. Here's Yua Kubo now. Ball received from Tommy Mako. The ball infield for Lopez. A heavy chest down, and Pantazopoulos sends it forward up towards Hapsford, but Pitkovsky there strong. Frangi helps it on its way. And Shakluna now looks to play Owen Luol in behind, but that one was well read by Noah Casserly. Here's the skipper Kelshaw. Measures the ball in, looking for a Kubo. And that one from Pantazopoulos will go onto field 7 here at Wanderers Football Park. Of course, the under-18's about to kick off behind me. The under-16's with a 3-2 victory over Sydney Olympic. Here's Casserly. Shift across to Pitkovsky, and Sapsford, not a heavy press at the moment. They played out to Lane, and Eunice there makes him come infield. He's been strong the last few weeks. I've watched him on that left-hand side, Jordan Lane. Here's Nikolai Muller. Owen Luol just making him play the ball infield, and Kelshaw for Jackson Brown, and Kubo first time looking for Lopez. Doesn't quite hit the mark, and Chelina comes away with it. Now at the feet of Anthony Pantazopoulos. Just a raft of changes for Western Sydney Wanderers this week. Eunice downfield for Sapsford, and he's tracked across by Petkovsky. Massive shout out to a couple of the Wanderers unavailable today, being named in that young Socceroos side that's gone across on the South American tour. Alex Badalado and Jesse Cameron. Upcoming 3 games against Uruguay, 1 game and 2 games against Chile. Sapsford now can get the ball into Lual, and safety first there by Cassidy, concedes the corner. Yeah, wonderful achievement for those young 2 Wanderers, Alex Badalado and Jesse Cameron. Been fantastic through the opening 16 rounds this year for Western Sydney, and powers that be certainly taking notice of their performances on the field. The corner with Western Sydney, they measure it in, near post they go, and it's headed away to safety by the skipper Kelshaw. Babic with the throw, looking to play it to the feet of Sapsford. Here's Babic now. Petkovsky almost hacks it over the sideline. There's Sapsford, the skipper for Western Sydney, slow to his feet. With no Nathaniel Blair today, they'll certainly look for his prowess in that front third. Teaming up with Awan Lual. He's looked very good in the 20s this year for Western Sydney Wanderers. Of course, just the 1 goal, but he'll get his opportunity today. Owen Lual up top. Hollingdale short for Shikluna. Kelshaw holds him up, and he's looking for the ball in behind. Well read by Frangie, just sends it downfield, allows Hills United to get their shape back in order once again. Harper plays it quickly. Shikluna over the top for Sapsford. He's tracked in his run across by Petkovsky, and he'll hold him in that corner and look to take him 1-on-1. Petkovsky there, looking not to concede the corner, but the referee points to the corner flag on the far side, so it will be another corner to Western Sydney Wanderers. Hollingdale and Eunice goes short there to try and see if he can get out a defender or 2. Hollingdale says, I'm going to send this one into the mixer. So Marcus Eunice makes his way into the box, into that near post position. Hollingdale measures it in, looking for the head it was of Pantazopoulos. Hills come away with it through Frangie for Jackson Brown, and that one was intercepted and well read by Devine. Shikluna. Little continuity for Luke Casserly today. Unnamed lineup. It would be the first time this year they've had no changes to the side that has played the week before. Pretty much all his trips now available. Hoping to jag a few more wins and certainly move away from that relegation zone and up towards the middle of the table. Here's Marcus Eunice now. Looks to go around lane. Just holds him up enough to allow Muller there. Eunice wins it back. Barbic for Pantazopoulos, and this time it'll be Anthony Frangie with some press. Harper plays ball nice, middle of the park, finds Hollingdale. Heavy first touch from Hammond, sees Jackson Brown take it away for Hills. Here's Ua Kubo now. Looking for some angled runs. Lopez just in the vicinity, sort of crowding his space right there. In the end, Ua Kubo with the foul on Riley Hollingdale. So he's Western Sydney Wanderers with a relieving free kick. Taken by Anthony Pantazopoulos. Of course, just the 1 game yesterday. Manly United 1, defeating Sydney FC 0. Of course, the 2 washouts today. Central Coast Mariners and Apia up at Plume Park. We'll wait for another day, as will Marconi and Rockdale, that was slated to be played at Marconi Stadium. He's Devine now. Lual there looking just to time his run and plays it direct through the middle. Couldn't check his run to head back the other way there, Awan Lual. Nice bit of play from Devine, just driving and had the space, continued to drive. As the Hills players retreated. A long ball forward, played down by Panazopoulos. Here's Hollingdale now. Chelina. Gets his opportunity coming back into the lineup today. With no Donny Gerdich and Barbic moving to that right. Here's Sapsford on the counter now, Western Sydney Wanderers. A little too deep and now it'll go out for a goal kick to Hills United. So 3 changes to Western Sydney's starting lineup of the last week. They've had an indifferent month of football. Andrew Christensen hoping to see a return to form today. 8.5 minutes played, still no score here at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney Wanderers Academy 0, Hills United 0. Will Gotsis with you on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel today. Man behind the camera, Ches, bringing all the action to you live and exclusive as it is every week on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. All men's and women's games live, as well as the League One and League One men's and women's. Hammond, heavy challenge from Kelshaw. I don't know how that wasn't a free kick. Hammond's still fighting there. Certainly no advantage. Well, I saw a foul or two there, but Hills United allowed to continue on. Referee saw better that time. Kelshaw under pressure from Shakluna. It's one thing you see with the youngsters after a year or two playing NPL. Physicality certainly can handle it. Muller. Is it back for Casserly? And the shift across to Petkovsky. Former Rockdale captain. Sends it forward. Looking for Kubo. Cut out by Chelina. It was. High foot there from Aidan Hammond on Nikolai Muller. So free kick to Hills United just inside Western Sydney Wanderers half. And it will be Tommy Macko. The referee just tells Macko to take it back a little. Now Daniel Petkovsky finds lane over on that far side. Frangie all the way back to the half. Petkovsky. Casserly as the line of Western Sydney Wanderers creeps forward. Jackson Brown with some space can measure the ball in. Not the best of balls in, but nonetheless falls to the feet of Akubo. Here's Akubo now trying to receive the ball back off Lopez. As Muller sends it to Frangie. First time ball in and away by Barbic in the end. Very compressed middle third at the moment from both sides. Here's Frangie. Sends it to the back post, looking for Kelshaw. Goes that into an offside position. There will be a free kick to Western Sydney. There's Chelina, leaves it for Panazopoulos. Not a great deal with that high line at the moment from Hills United. Sort of almost encouraging Panazopoulos to send it long, and looks to pick out Devine. It's well intercepted by Jackson Brown. Has Kelshaw to his right. Lays it out to him. First time can measure his ball in at the back post. Beats everyone. Lopez, Kubo still in play. Anthony Franchi now. Back to Jordan Lane. Block there from Eunice. Goes out on the far side, but fantastically measured ball it was by Glenn Kelshaw. Evaded all the Wanderers' defence. Thomas Lopez, Ua Kubo couldn't get a toe to it. Best chance of the game goes begging. Ball will hold up. It's a lot of rain. It's This pitch is in fantastic order. Harper comes and claims. Just about to say this pitch is in fantastic order. 6-yard box was covered this morning. Nice mow in the early morning before the rain came about. Here's Marcus Eunice. Yeah, looks to put the skates on, but Petkovsky there as the second defender gets there ahead of Sapsford. Plays it for Mako. Both players jostling there, and Hollingdale in the end playing it off Mako. Mako certainly not happy with the assistant on the far side. Referee Lucas saw it the same way. Barbich with the ball in, and easily claimed by Ryan Wood. Whilst we had a big shout out to Ryan, who made last week's round 16 NPL New South Wales Men's Team of the Week in goals. There's a couple for him this year. He was fantastic. Some crucial saves that ensured Hills United came away with all 3 points against Sydney Olympic. Winning that one 2-1. Here's Jackson Brown. For Kelshaw. Again the press, that time from Hammond. And Jackson Brown goes down, a tug of the shirt from Devine. No, says the assistant on the near side to us. Harper, first time straight at Jackson Brown. A heavy first touch, but it's still with Hills. Thomas Lopez now can cut it back for Yua Kubo. And Dylan Shakluna done ever so well there. Picks up the free kick. Just as Akubo looked to pull the trigger, Dylan Shakluna came from nowhere. Saved the day for Western Sydney. Gets back to his feet. You can see Hills, the way they've started this one, would have gathered plenty of momentum after last week's victory. Just their 5th of the season. As Tommy Mako is going to go off, and I'd say it's a piece of jewellery around his neck. Certainly not a blood issue. As he takes the chain off, hands it to the assistant, and back he comes onto the field. And play just about underway once again, and it'll be Harper with the long free kick up over the half and into Hills. Defensive end it goes. Cassidy climbs there with Luol. Ball falls back in the path of Hills United. Akubo, and Hollingdale looks to break it up. They still come away with it again. Hollingdale wins it back for Western Sydney. I have to sort of second guess myself at times with the game going on. Whistles at any given time. Need to keep an eye on the body language there of Stephen Lucas. Stay in. Eunice goes down, and Lane did well just to shepherd it towards the goal line for a goal kick. 15.5 minutes played here at Wanderers Football Park. Still no score. Western Sydney Wanderers Academy 0, Hills United 0. Big shout out to my sons Isaac and Thomas watching the call today. Isaac part of the Wanderers 13s. Played earlier today against Sydney Olympic. A good solid 6-0 victory. Maintains their spot in 3rd spot. Can run through the Wanderers Academy scorelines for you during this one, just to keep you abreast, all your Wanderers fans out there. Just an early kick-off today, 3 p.m. instead of the usually slated 7 o'clock Saturday night fixtures. Shakluna plays it for Luol. Looks to go 1v1 Cassidy. Cassidy goes down. Still with Wanderers and Luol. Yeah, just a step over there, it comes off his foot. So Hills with a goal kick. And will be Ryan Wood. Number 1 for Hills United. We'll send this long. Up towards Pantazopoulos. Strong in the air. Just a ever so slightest of touches in the back by Lopez put him off, but Wanderers still in possession. Here's Devine. Comes off Chelina last, so Hills United. Then their tall plays forward. Cassidy there, the tallest player on the field. Butkowski, the experience of him, the strength. Tommy Mako, another tall player, so they're all inside the 18-yard box and thereabouts. As Glenn Kelshaw and Caleb Jackson-Brown just stand outside. Layden with the ball in, near post he goes. Ball cleared away by Panazopoulos up towards the halfway line, and Jackson-Brown will lift up his head and see what's ahead of him as he plays it towards Bakubo. Panazopoulos strong again. Shakluna. Shift across to Eunice, and he can go at Petkovsky here. Step over, back to the inside, and Tommy Mako comes back to help out. And it's not a free kick, but it's an offside. I've been giving him a good rap in recent weeks, Tommy Mako. You can see there, he leaves everything on the park week in, week out. And as a person who's coached over the years, I can assure he'd be one of the first people picked every week. A coach loves those 110% players. Flick on from Lopez for Akubo, who's offside. Quickly flagged by the assistant. Nazopoulos again will leave it for Tiger Harper. Just recalling yesterday's result. Man United won, defeating Sydney FC nil. Peter Kakaris penalty in the 49th. The difference between the two sides. Much needed for Manly, that victory. Takes them up to 10th spot on 20 points. And Sydney FC at the moment rooted in bottom spot in 16th on 8 points. A massive 3 points for Patrick Svansvike's side. Of course, 2 washouts today. Central Coast Mariners against Apia Leichhardt, and of course the Marconi Stallions and Rockdale. They'll live to fight another day. The Speranza Cup, as some calling it. Of course, the Speranza boys, Giorgio and Roberto, making that move across from Marconi in the off-season. Of course, played some of their early years at Rockdale before moving from Blacktown City to Marconi for a number of years. Devine did well to keep that one in, but sees the ball fall to the feet of Kelshaw. Mako now. Again, they're a narrow third, so not a lot of width from both sides. Kelshaw, Jackson-Brown, and the 2 defenders come across, Devine and Hammond. Just makes Kelshaw play it back to Cassidy. Butkowski. You sense the conditions today here at Wanderers Football Park. It's not going to be a high-scoring open game. Some heavy rain before the game and hasn't stopped throughout so far in this opening 21 and a bit minutes. And it will be the left wing back in Ryan Devine to take this throw for Western Sydney, and skipper Glenn Kelshaw says use this one, it's a better ball. So Devine adheres to the sentiments. Advantage played. Anthony Frangi now. Mako can roll it out to the right. Kelshaw wants it, screaming for it. Still in that middle third, Frangi. Hammond comes back, plays it out to Devine, and all of a sudden he's got some pressure to deal with. Ryan Devine sends it long for Lual. But Ryan Wood well off his line. Will get there first. He's got go left, can go right. Decided to go left for Petkovsky. As Luau just gets back into that centre forward position and holds it together with Sapsford. Muller. Kelshaw. Jackson Brown. Frangie. Now they find some width through Lane. First time ball in off Barbich. And it hits the flag on the far side. So throw into Hills United. Rooted in that far corner. So great opportunity now for Hills to maintain the pressure on Western Sydney Wanderers, but also equally great opportunity for Wanderers to get the ball out. Cries a handball, nothing there to see for anyone. Sapsford plays it out to Eunice. Not finding it as easy as they have in recent weeks, Western Sydney Wanderers, to get out the transition football they play so well. What's the second? It's best attacking side in the competition. 48 goals, just one behind RPL Leichhardt. So when you do the math, 16 games averaging 3 goals. No mean feat in New South Wales men's competition, as Kelshaw gets in behind, and the assistant thought about it. Decided fraction offside there, Glenn Kelshaw. The best NPL in the land. New South Wales men's competition. There will be a couple of games tonight still to be played at Christie Park. Spirit taking on Sutherland Sharks. That's a 5:30 kickoff. They can go back to back to back tonight. And the late game, St George City hosting Sydney Olympic at Penshurst Park. 7:15 kickoff. Stay tuned to one of your favourite channels, Football New South Wales YouTube. Take you all the way through to about 9:30 tonight. Kowski with some pressure. All the way back to Wood. First time up towards Akubo. Pushing the back. No, says the referee. As Panazopoulos sends it forward. Hollingdale looking to win it back off Mako. Mako still twisting and turning and can play it infield for Frangie. And Kelshaw's on his way. And he stayed onside, Glenn Kelshaw. Ball in behind for Lopez. Harper quick off his line. A little too heavy. Thought maybe the first touch was heavy there from Kelshaw, but held up on the pitch. Lual nods it down for Hammond. Has been one of the limelights, of course, rewarded with that scholarship recently. Done ever so well since coming back from overseas, Aiden Hammond. I want Lual. Sapsford quick. Just doesn't get that one right as Sapsford was in behind. They give it away though, Hills. Lual plays it infield for nobody. Frangie drops back to win it. Muller. Lane over on the left. They play it direct through Frangie. Can get that first touch in around Chelina. Chelina does well to break it up. Barbich all the way back to Harper now. As Chelina pulls to the left and Barbich near to him. Plays it back to him. Not a lot of movement, so they'll go back again. Barbich skips around Frangie, but Kubo saw what was happening. They win it back. Lane now. Frangie to his left, still driving Jordan Lane. Cuts it back for Lopez. Nice first touch. Twisting and turning as he looked to dink it back to his left, and that one was well read by Barbich. Sapsford drives over the half now for Eunice. The chase is on. Mako there with him. Eunice cuts it back for Lual. First time! And just like that, defend turns into attack. Aiden Hammond gets number 6 of the season. The first of the afternoon. It's Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Hills United 0. Well, a delightful ball in it was from Marcus Eunice. Gets another assist for the year. There's Aiden Hammond. High fives. He's number 7. 27 minutes gone into the 27th minute. It's Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Hills United 0. And I mentioned moments earlier, the transitional football Western Sydney Wanderers can play. Many of those goals, of those 48 goals, now 49 throughout the 16 and a bit rounds this year. A fast break transition football for all to see there. Beautiful cut back from Eunice. The back post, Aidan Hammond couldn't miss from there. And the way he's hit the ball this year, Aidan Hammond, you wouldn't expect him to. So Hills to play from behind today. Kelshaw. Well done there from Devine to break it up and win it back from Western Sydney. They look to get forward quickly now. Shakluna looking for the free kick, and you can see him saying that he just took Shakluna's feet away from him there, Glenn Kelshaw, explaining to him. They go direct. Here's Sapsford to the left. Hammond tried to find that ball in behind. Falls to Hollingdale. Out to Eunice. Plenty of space to measure the ball in the step over the 1 and the 2. Back to his left. First time for Sapsford. Well, hit it near post. Ryan Wood had it covered, but if he'd been able to pick out that far corner, one would have became 2, but that time straight at Wood. We're going to see a substitution, a forced one for Hills United. Jackson Brown, he's been hobbling around. He's going to succumb to his injury. Looks like perhaps a groin or a lower leg injury. Cam Philp will be coming on in place of him. So forced substitution for Luke Casserly, and he'll just slide across in that position vacated by Jackson Brown. The first sub of the afternoon, as we're about to hit the 29-minute mark, and Giovanali's on as well. So Tommy Mackay's gone off for Wade Giovanali, so that is a big loss for Luke Casserly. So Giovanali will just slide into the centre of the park, the Footsore. So a couple of subs down early. The ball in behind for Lopez, and good strength from Panasopoulos. Allows Harper to claim and almost overruns it there, Tiger Harper. As Tommy Lopez was all over Panasopoulos, almost the beneficiary of that one. Thomas Lopez. Giovanali. As he looks to chase Sapsford. Hammond tried to get it back to Sapsford, can get there with the second offering. Sapsford, the no-look ball for Hammond, can drive inside the 18-yard box. Casserly with a great foot there and a free kick, and we're going to see, well, a red card. The referee's saying a high foot there from Aidan Hammond. Didn't see a great deal from our vantage point, but Aidan Hammond's been shown a straight red. That challenge on Glenn Kelshaw. So Western Sydney Wanderers will play with 10 men for the better part of 60 minutes now. So big news here at Football Park after scoring only 3 minutes early. Aidan Hammond, to give his side the lead, he's going to have an early shower. And they'll have to reshape their formation now, Western Sydney. The game is sort of evened out somewhat now. Western Sydney leading by a goal to 0. They are, though, down to 10 men with that send-off to Aidan Hammond. Luke Casserly with a couple of his more experienced players going off injured in his first half. Jackson Brown, one of them. Tommy Mako, the other. A couple of forced substitutions. We've seen plenty of red cards challenged by clubs this year in the NPL New South Wales men's competition. No doubt Andrew Christensen and his staff will have a look at that one. If it's deemed to be a fair red, they will play on. If not, I'm sure they'll certainly voice their opinion. Here's Kelshaw. Philp. Back to Kelshaw. Muller. Lual tracks back. And he sees him from the corner of his eye. So the heavy first touch gives it away to Wanderers. Here's Chelina. Block there from Akubo. Lual and Giovanali. Yakubo now for Kelshaw. Holds up just in front of Chelina. The nice slide there from Chelina. Concedes the throw. About 5 yards from the corner flag. A little over 12 and a half minutes to play in his first half. Just joining us. Big shout out also to my daughter Charlotte, who's watching. Doesn't normally tune in to Dad's calls, but hello Charlotte. Glad to see we've at least got 3 people tuning in tonight. As Marcus Eunice is held up by Lane on the far side. Press, they've got that extra man, so they press in the centre of the park, looking for Chelina to turn it over. Does well to recover. As it's turned over now, Sapsford for Lual. 0-1 Lual, first time, their fingertip saves from Ryan Wood. Well, it was going in the far corner. 0-1 Lual about to head to the corner post and celebrate, but fingertip saves from Ryan Wood. That's why he was in the team of the week last week, Ryan Wood. Been plenty of those in recent weeks. Wanderers almost doubling the lead. The Hills will have to keep Western Sydney at bay now from this corner. And it will be Hollingdale. Can't miss him with the black boots. There's that one who evades Cassidy and Chelina. Giovanali just tried to dink it around and head around Shakluna. Strong challenge for the throw. Just allows Wanderers to continue their shape, the talk amongst themselves. As Lual, the only player up top, with Sapsford dropping into the midfield now. So they'll be asked to do plenty of work up top. 0-1 Lual. Doggies, as footballers call it. 1 out shuttles, not with much of a support in terms of press. Cassidy. Kelshaw. Well, he just took his eye off the ball there. Glenn Kelshaw was looking what he was going to do and thought about his second movement. Plays ball boy and hands it back to Ryan Devine. Take the throw for Western Sydney just inside their half. Plays it short to Shakluna. Kubo all over him. Like a cheap suit at Haymarket. You can find plenty of those. I won't tell you where. And you've got to Google them on Marketplace. You'll find them out pretty quickly. Eunice. Barbich back to Eunice, and he's got some space to run. Marcus Eunice. Putkowski comes across, misses him, but he's got 3 yellow shirts around him. Putkowski there's a defender, has to send him back. Hollingdale. Eunice, infield ball for Shakluna. Gets it onto his left. And shot that, whilst measured, always rising. Ryan Devine had made his way to the left, looking for that overlapping run. Shakluna thought about troubling the scorer, but didn't have to call Wood into action that time. Panazopoulos just hacks that one, but straight to Muller. Here's Lual. Nods it down for Shakluna. The shift across to Eunice. Again, he looks to go at Petkovsky. Cuts it back towards the 6-yard box. 0-1 Lual there with that near post run. Shepherded through by Cassidy. As Ryan Wood distributed quickly. He's Frenzy now. Just thinks that one towards Lopez, and near the skipper Kelshaw just say, Frenzy, just calm things down. Use the numerical numbers to their advantage. Maintain possession. Try and put some pressure on the Wanderers' defence. In these final 10 minutes of the half. Just hitting 37 minutes here at Wanderers Football Park. Home side leading by a goal to nil. Aidan Hammond with a well-taken goal in the 27th minute, but he only stayed on the field for a few moments later. Straight red for a challenge on Hills skipper Glenn Kelshaw. One that the Wanderers players and officials didn't think was anything worse than the yellow, but that's not how the referee saw it. So the Wanderers will have to, at least if they don't score, defend that lead for 60 minutes today with 10 men. Zach Sapsford there. Timely interception just breaks up that play. Kelshaw with the throw. 1-2 with the Kubo. As Philp drops. This time sends it up towards the 6-yard box. And the header there from Lopez got enough on it. Comfortable in the end for Tiger Harper. As the rain starts to drop heavier once again. Lucky we're under cover. Saw the photographer today. Certainly getting his money's worth out in the rain. My man Chesto and I bringing all the action to you. Will Gotsis on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel today. The early game, just the one. Of course, 2 games washed out and a couple of back-to-back games. Take you through the night. Heavy rain here in Sydney today. Panazopoulos drives that one long in behind, gets Eunice. Only Owen Lual to aim at, and there's no other Wanderers in vicinity. Gets it back to Sapsford. Onto his right he goes. Sapsford tries to bend it in the top corner. Not enough whip on it there from the Wanderers skipper. You can see there though, just shorter man, they couldn't overload that front third in transition. Western Sydney can't afford to potentially turn it over and give the ascendancy in terms of numbers. Hills United, I think if, however it occurs, Andrew Christensen will be happy. Hollingdale again, not for the first time, breaking things up. Chapluna over the top for Sapsford. Will get there ahead of Cassidy. Goes down. Cassidy plays it out. As Sapsford looks at the referee and says, "Where's the free kick, sir?" He wasn't playing the ball. And probably has rights to question that. Harper can drive towards the halfway line and over it. Panazopoulos again, the shift across to the left, picks out Devine, and Sapsford will double up to his outside. Up, Fashion crossing off his left. Sapsford all onto the penalty spot, way by Cassidy. They won't be unhappy with the ball out of play. Western Sydney Wanderers, driving rain here in Rudy Hill today. Roman Chelina this time, ball boy. That's one of the things we lost with COVID, the ball boys and girls, ball persons. If you're a regular watcher of NPL football, you'll see a lot of the players in various venues jumping the fence. Some in more of a hurry than others, depending on the scoreline. Eunice, Lane, recovers. Ball in towards Luau on the turn. It's the block off Cassidy. Goes out over the goal line for a corner. So 2.5 or 3 and a bit minutes to play in this first half. Wanderers may not get too many chances today. 10 men up against 11, but with the set pieces. Ryan Devine's just down in the centre circle, just clutching at that left hamstring it was. The physio Rosalind Trimboli comes on. Give him the thorough through. See how he is. Whether or not he's good enough to carry on. And we're going to see a substitution. So Ryan Devine's going to... So the second... Forced, of course, Luke Casserly with a couple of subs in the first half. This time it's Ryan Devine. It'll be Marcus Fernandez who comes off, just getting the gear off at the moment. Lual. Turn it over. Petkowski now for Kelshaw. It's 5-on-4 situation. To come on. So at the moment it's 11 v 9. The final minute of regular time here in the first half. Casserly drifts that one forward. Away by Chalina it was. Eunice goes down under the challenge of Muller, and this is a great opportunity now for the referee to let Marcus Fernandez on. So Fernandez on in place of Ryan Devine. Fernandez in that central midfield role. Forced substitution for Andrew Christensen. Just joining us, Hayden Hammond, the goal scorer, sent off 3 minutes later after scoring in the 27th minute, a straight red. So 11 plays 10 here at Football Park. Giovanali drives infield. Muller wants it, and he went to pick out Frangie. Wanderers now through Eunice, and that one skids off the turf, but it'll stay in. The speed there, and he goes down. Assistant flags, and John Lane's going to get a yellow card. Yeah, just out speeding there, Marcus Eunice. Too much pace. That time for Jordan Lane. Smart foul though. Eunice was certainly in behind him, into time added on. There's no fourth official board, so I can't tell you, but with the substitution, some injuries, and of course the suspension. Sorry, the send-off to Aidan Hammond, I'd say perhaps 3 minutes. Some guesswork on my part, but into time added on now. And the Wanderers bag a second before the break. Can Hills United restore parity, or will it be the Wanderers with the half-time lead? Hollingdale sends that diagonally for Panazopoulos with a header. Cleared off the line. I think it was by Jordan Lane. Well, that was goal bound from Anthony Panazopoulos. Still with Western Sydney. Sapsford. Nice challenge there from Philp to win it back. Kelshaw. Ball in field. Giovanali helps it on its way. Muller finds Frangie. All of a sudden has 3 black shirts around him. Wants to go back to Muller. Will they get one chance to find the leveller before the break? Giovanali, Canfield to his right. His strength and shielded out. He keeps it in the end. Lopez. Philp. Frenchie there as well. Panazopoulos, they just send it anywhere and anywhere. Although it was whistle for half time. I thought it was on the field behind me in the under 18s. A big first half of action here at Rudy Hill. Western Sydney Wanderers 1, leading Hills United 0. Aidan Hammond with a goal in the 27th minute. The difference between the two sides. But he did see red 3 minutes later. That reduced Andrew Christensen's men 2-10. I'll get an opportunity now to hear from their coach, as will Hills United. The messages from Luke. Hills United 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes or so for a big second 45 minutes. Wanderers goal in the first half, scored by Aidan Hammond. It's a lovely football from the Wanderers in transition. Marcus Eunice with the assist. Hammond at the back post. Wonderfully well taken goal. And only 3 minutes later, though, he saw red, Aidan Hammond. So the Wanderers on the half-hour mark reduced to 10. So the whole second half, it will be 10 v 11 again. And this time it's Western Sydney Wanderers and their striker, Owen Lual, to kick off the second half. Referee just adjust his mic. Very wet Western Sydney and Sydney in general. A lot of rain about in the entire state. Huge weather pattern of rain. And Phil with the throw, sends it long. Can't be easy in these conditions today. As he just waits for one of the fans to hand him back the ball. Phil with the throw. Sends it up towards Lopez, nods it infield, but it falls to Hollingdale. Shikluna, high press from Hills. They play out at the moment. They get away with it there. Fernandez. Anthony Barbich there. Thought he'd kept the ball in. Assistant near to us. Just had to run over the line. So sees Hills with their first lot of possession in the second half. Sunday Yona's on, so I'll let you know who he's replaced when I can sort of count the numbers. Fortunately, no fourth official board. It's Chelina. Fernandez. Barbich. It's time ball. Hollingdale. Eunice bounces it to him. Went to go, but he wants it back again. Marcus Eunice plays it to him. Hollingdale. Barbich. Shifted across to Chelina. And he didn't quite hit the mark there. Ball in between Roman Chelina and Yelena Shikluna. Sunday Yona in possession. So Jordan Lane is the player that's gone off for Sunday Yona. So looking to assert their authority with the additional attacker. One of the quickest players in NPL, Sunday Yona. Kelshaw. That was strong from Shikluna. Lual. With plenty of space to work with Owen Lual. As Marcus Eunice looks for that diagonal ball through. Gate shut, so had to go all the way back to Shikluna. Shift across to the right now, finds Eunice. There's Phil behind him. Barbich. Anthony Frangi applies the torch. Tug of the shirt, says the referee, so relieving free kick for Western Sydney Wanderers. Quick shout out to my wife, Rachel, tuning in. Wasn't happy that the family got a mention, not her. Well, it's cold, wet and miserable weather out here calling this one today. So as long as the heating's on when I get home, I'll be happy. I'll mend the fence over time. But always make sure the kids are tuning in. Give them a shout out. Avid footballers, all three of them. Chasing the dream, as they say. As Dylan Shikluna makes his way across to the light tower there. The Western Sydney Wanderers Take this throw just in line with the 18-yard box. Plays it short for Sapsford. Here's Sapsford now. Near post for Lual, and Cassidy, the second effort, gets it away. Fernandez there couldn't get around in his opposing player. Kelshaw, Yona. Back to Kelshaw. Daniel Pitkovsky. Short for Philp. Frangie plays it through the legs of Eunice. Back to Philp, and they can shift it. And Cassidy had to be strong there. It was a real 50-50 challenge, that one, from Noah Cassidy. He'll still with the ball. Frangie. Searching ball forward, looking for Yona, but he's got Usain Bolt speed, not quite, but if you know what I mean, he's got some wheels on him, but even he saved his legs that time. Panazopoulos now. Babic just punches it for Eunice, who goes to turn inside, and coming back was Muller. Philp. Eunice working hard, they get it back. Fernandez. Lual bounces it for Eunice. Phil picks it back up for Hills. Back to Wood. Kelshaw. Now Cassidy. Giovanali. Plenty of space out there. And good vision to play the ball out wide to Frangie. Saying, I can't do too much, I need some runners. Muller forward for Yona. Get the ball down, and Chelina there, and looks to come away with it. Plays it in the path of Shikluna. Only as far as Giovanali. A little bit of futsal there. Almost lost the compass, but got it back. Frangie with the shot. That one always rising from Anthony Frangie. Looking to add to his goal tally of 3 for the year. One of the big recruits in the off-season. Coming across from Marconi Stallions. A number of years there spent. Had to call his bicycle kick last year for Mount Druitt Town Rangers. He was at Marconi prior to that. One went viral, tens of thousands of views. Can score the sensation. Anthony Frangie. Philp. Again, Lual asked to do all those doggies up front. Certainly look like they're camped in the Wanderers half at the moment. They play it short. Panazopoulos. Just sticks that one out over the sideline, and they want to keep the ball in play as long as they can against the 10-men Western Sydney Wanderers. Philp with the throw. Giovanali checks the mirrors. Back to Philp. Daniel Pitkovsky, left to right it goes. Cassidy. Again, not a lot of pressure around, so they can maintain great portions of the possession in the second half. Kuna. And the ball comes across to Frangie on the turn. Sat up nicely for him. Straight at Tiger Harper that time. Shikluna for Lual. Cassidy in his pocket, sends him back. Kelshaw comes back to help out. Now Shikluna. Over the top it goes and finds Marcus Eunice. Was going to do well to keep it in, and he will, because he's got plenty of speed, Marcus Eunice. Cuts inside. Philp chases. Rolls it to Hollingdale. They keep the ball for the moment. Twisting and turning Rolly Hollingdale. Infield for Fernandez. Can drive towards the 18-yard box. And the shot from Marcus Fernandez. And equally the save from Ryan Wood. Another fingertip save from the number 1. Well, he had the space there, Marcus Fernandez, as he drove towards the 18-yard box. Plenty of venom in that one. Ryan Wood once again got his angles right. Tipped it over the bar. Which results in a Western Sydney Wanderers corner on the far side. Riley Hollingdale treks across. As Anthony Panazopoulos makes his way up towards the penalty area. Can they find a second? Hollingdale. Far post it goes, looking for Luol. Tipped away by Wood. And Castle can come away with it for Hills. Luol doing well defensively there, just breaking up that play, conceding the throw. And Marcus Fernandez high-fiving Shakluna there in the middle of the park. As another Marcus Yunus makes his way off. And will be, looks like Philip Gigliotti. 77 for Western Sydney Wanderers. So 7 goes off, 77 replaces. So Gigliotti on, Yunus off. That's his shift done for the day. Marcus Yunus. Cassidy. Frangie. Goes down under the... Although Marcus Yunus is go on the far side, so he didn't make his way off. My apologies. It's Awan Lual, the striker, who's made way, so they'll just play with it out now. Number 9 now. Of course, playing with 10. Sapsford will just drop into that 9-10 position. And that's gone out on the far side, so Wanderers with a throw. 56 minutes gone here at Wanderers Football Park. No score to the half-time. Western Sydney Wanderers Academy 1, Hills United 0. Aidan Hammond with the goal for Western Sydney in the 27th minute. The difference between the two at the moment. Hills United chasing back-to-back victories. Western Sydney Wanderers looking to get back into the winner's circle. Hard-fought 0-0 draw last week against Sutherland Sharks. At the moment in the driver's seat. Gigliotti now the 1-2 with Sapsford. Sends that ball first time in for Yunus on the turn. Brilliant football from Western Sydney Wanderers. The ball in from Gigliotti, gets the assist off the bench. But that first touch from Marcus Yunus was sublime. The second touch even better. Ryan Wood couldn't do anything. They double their lead, 2-0 Western Sydney. Marcus Yunus with his 6th of the season. Not to be outdone with Aidan Hammond earlier, who also got his 6th. And the 10-man Wanderers set up a 2-goal lead. We spoke about it in the first half. You don't think they have the numbers, how they can transition quickly. Both goals coming over turnovers like that. That was beautiful football, this time down the right. Marcus Yunus with the assist in the first half for the first goal for Aidan Hammond. This time Gigliotti with the assist. Yunus the beneficiary. They look to make it 3 now. Gigliotti again. Tracked across by Petkovsky. It's 3-on-3 as Kershaw drops. Gigliotti far post for Yunus. He probably climbed a little too quick there, a little too early. Marcus Yunus couldn't get the ball. The power generated off that head of his. There's going to be some space in this final half an hour or so. Hills United chasing a result. They'll open themselves up to the counter. Trying to get something out of it. Some momentum. A pinch one back with plenty of time left. It's going to be a grandstand finish. It certainly can be. Frangie. This time it's Yunus helping out. Cam Philp played it off him last. Thrown for Frangie, the 1-2. Frangie now looks to get the ball around Fernandez. Nodded away by Chalina. And Phil nice to Glenn Kershaw for the volley. couldn't get the weight over that volley there, Glenn Kelshaw. Tiger Harper sends the troops long. No need to take the risks playing out. I'll try and win the ball downfield, as will Hills here. Giovanali wins that header. Nods it on again. Kubo fighting with Hollingdale. Frangie over the top for Lopez, and Panazopoulos in the centre of the park. Second helping. Sends it on its way. Satchford there with Petkovski's going to shadow it all the way through. Plays it off his thigh. The fans saying back pass would certainly come off his thigh there, Daniel Petkovski. Refereeing a great vantage point, so too the assistant. 100% right, that one. Giovanali. Shoots across to the left. Kelshaw. Yona there near to him. Decides to go to Muller. Yona. Sunday Yona, the step overs there, looks to get around Anthony Barbic. Barbic does enough, gets a toe on it. He can play it out now through Hollingdale, and he's strong there and rise the challenge of Yona. He's impressed me immensely this year, Riley Hollingdale, and that's why he's won some honours with the national team. Sapsford skips around Cassidy. Petkovski chases. Sapsford can make it 3. Ryan Wood says no, sir. Again, another brilliant save. Stood tall. Narrowed the angle. Got his left leg out. Yeah, Zach Sapsford picked off the near post, the near corner. That certainly would have killed the game for sure. 3-0 up, Western Sydney Wanderers, but still 2-0. Let's see what they've got from this corner. Different signal this time from Riley Hollingdale, looking for a switch up from this set piece. Just the one arm this time up from Hollingdale. Sends on the penalty spot. Panazopoulos climbs. Tries to get that glancing header in the far post inside that corner. Ryan Wood's goal. We're going to see a substitution for Hills United, and Thomas Lopez off, and it's going to be the number 10, Jamal Belcardi. It looks to me as though it's Jamal on the far side. As you just wait for him to confirm when he turns around, but it certainly looks like Jamal. So Thomas Lopez off, and Jamal Belcardi on for Hills United. Muller. Eunice getting those minutes in today, and hard minutes they are, not just playing with the player down, but conditions wet, miserable, inclement the entire day. It has rained heavy in patches. Belcardi. Barbic stood his ground that time. Sunday Yona. Hollingdale away. For Philp. Frangie there, and Shikluna pinches it. And he's driving forward. Plenty of yellow shirts behind the ball. He'll hold it up, and they'll start again. Sapswood wants it in the centre of the park. He's in that centre circle, no one around him, but maintaining possession. He'll be happy what he's seen throughout this first 63.5 minutes. Andrew Christensen, of course, has been hit with a bout of flu this week, but good to see him here at the ground. Certainly going around at the moment. My little one Thomas with some influenza A at the moment. Basically bedridden all week. It's changing of the seasons. Philp up towards Akubo. Nods it down, looking for Frangie. Thought about the shot on the half volley. Muller. Wayway Panazopoulos went to head that one, and in the end he thought he'll just volley it away. Still with Hills. Giovanali for Kelshaw. Again trying to find a way through this Rock hard Western Sydney Wanderers defence at the moment. Standing tall, standing firm. Casserly. Now Muller. As the Wanderers get back in shape once more. Frangie with the ball in, looking for Yona. It's away by Barbich. Gigliotti for Sapsford. They can break quickly now. Sapsford, Gigliotti probably 5 yards behind, but they play it forward through the middle. Marcus Fernandez there. Cam Philp getting there ahead of him. And they play out through the centre, and Petkovsky for Muller. Checks the mirrors, comes back infield. For Belcardi, skips around. Hollingdale it was, but Shakluna as the B defender picks it back up for Western Sydney. Here's Hollingdale now. Eunice. Well, they're not going to shut the gate. Close the shop, as they say. Western Sydney. Marcus Eunice now will hold up. Can he get the ball in play still? Yes, fighting there with Casserly, and it'll go across to the far side. Kept in by Cam Philp. Field ball for Muller. 65 and a bit gone. Here at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney Wanderers Academy 2 leading Hills United 0. Goal scorers for Wanderers, Aidan Hammond and Marcus Eunice. One in the first half, one in the second half. Sunday Yona. Hills pressing, trying to get it one back. It would really set up a frantic finish. Belcardi. Dink over the top from Giovanali. It's Giovanali now. Played out and roll it in the path of Yona. Gets around Barbich, cuts it back. Belcardi there. Panazopoulos goes down. Clutching at his lower left leg. Maybe he's right, the way he just grabbed it. Seems to be in a bit of pain at the moment, Anthony Panazopoulos. He's been a rock in the heart of the defence today. Of course, a number of changes to the Western Sydney Wanderers outfit that we've seen in recent weeks. No Barry, no Gerditich in the heart of the defence. So Chelina comes in. Panazopoulos, ordinarily the left wing back, equally adept as a centre back. You see that too often, two left centre backs, Chelina and Panazopoulos. Either usually both right or one left, one right. Gets to his feet. Just gives that right ankle a little bit of a move. Get some heat back in it. See how he goes in the next few minutes. Again, Tiger Harper sends it long, 2/3 of the way through. 3/4, should I say, of the way, halfway through this half. 22 and change to play. Free kick to Western Sydney. Let's look to keep possession here. There's no one going forward for a set piece. Shakluna. It's away to Panazopoulos, and little ginger at the moment. Measured that ball well. Great footwork there from Chelina. Send him to the shops, as they say. Shakluna goes inside, 1-2, gets him between Muller and Belcardi, wins the free kick. 25 yards out from Ryan Wood's goal. Set piece opportunity perhaps to find their third of the night. Hollingdale stands over it. Marcus Eunice there, leaves it to him. There's a cup and tea out there at the moment, but looks as though Shaklina's going to play it short. Looked as though they were going to send it into the box. Eunice does. Cross to Sapsford. Drags it back, the ball infield. And a shot that time, it was from Hollingdale. The blocking away from Hills, and Sundayona can break downfield now. Anthony Barbich there, Sapsford coming back to help out if need be. Sapsford there, what a great piece of work there from Zach Sapsford. 60-70 metre run back to help out defensively. Sundayona looked to cut inside as the B defender. Won back the ball, but it's still with Hills now. Shakluna comes away with it. Only Gigliotti in front of him. Gigliotti has to check his run. Stays onside. The ball played forward for Shakluna. And the assistant near to us says slightly offside. Puts the ball in the back of the net. Just under 20 minutes to go here at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney Wanderers 2, Hills United 0. Western Sydney Wanderers looking to get back into their groove with another win. Yes, they had a victory against Sydney Olympic 3 weeks ago. The team that was flying high in first have had just the one win in their last 5, a draw and 3 losses. Has been a resilient team today, going down to 10 men from the 30-minute mark. Here's Sapsford. Goes down. Noah Castley might find himself in the book and gets a yellow there. So 2 yellows today for Hills. One to Jordan Lane in the first half. That one, the second to Noah Castley. Just the one card for Western Sydney Wanderers. That was a straight red in the first half. In the half-hour mark to Aiden Hammond. There you cards for the day. Ball over the top for Eunice, who's beaten the trap. Marcus Eunice goes to just cut back infield, get it on his right. Canfield coming back. Got enough on it. Ryan Wood to claim. Frengie. Willicardi, the only player near him. As Muller tried to get involved in the action. Those of you, it's going to be a yellow card, and I think it's going to go to Nikolai Muller. It's the only player there. Wanderers have possession, so Muller, the third of Hills placed. Get a caution off referee Lucas today. The under 18s behind me. For those of you at home wanting to know, the Western Sydney Wanderers 3 leading Sydney Olympic 0. And the 16s earlier, Wanderers 3 defeating Sydney Olympic 2. A free kick on the far side. Marcus Eunice. Western Sydney won the 15s. I think it was 2-1. 14s was won by Sydney Olympic 2-0. In the under 13s, the Wanderers won 6-0 over Sydney Olympic. So Wanderers playing the youth in Sydney Olympic today. Field behind us. Of course, the under 20s to be played after this one tonight. Finally, the kick taken away by Kershaw. Belcardi nods it on for Yona. Barbich there all over him, but Yona can turn and use his speed. Comes off Barbich last. Wanderers remonstrating, but certainly did get the last touch off the Wanderers right back. Philp. Frengie. Nikolai Muller, of course, former Wanderer himself. We've trained here over the years a number of times, knows the venue very well. And all of a sudden they can break. Zach Sapsford stays onside, beats the offside trap. Well, the assistant near to us said he was offside, but from our vantage point, he did certainly onside, Zach Sapsford. Feel as though the assistant got that one wrong. He was checking his lines all the time. Inside defenders. Let off there for Hills. Kelshaw. Giovanali. He's it over the top for Phil. Comes off Shakluna last, so Hills United will send the enforcers forward. Pitkoski, Casserly. See if they can halve the lead inside this final 15 minutes here at Football Park. We've got this with you on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel tonight, Saturday afternoon. Football in a wet and cold Sydney today. Wanderers leading 2-0. Corner taken by Frangi, away by Panazopoulos. Giovanali for Muller. Panazopoulos continues on, just puts some pressure there and makes him play all the way back to the half. And switch that time by Philp. Kelshaw. Albich holds him up. Muller. Philp. Giovanali. Well, they won't mind. Hills keep the ball up near the halfway line. Western Sydney Wanderers leading 2-0. Belcardi. Way by Chelina, strong head down, and they don't have the numbers at the moment, but Sapsford can go it alone, and Eunice is calling for it. Just didn't get the heat on that one. Marcus Eunice would have been in behind and goalward bound, but this time Shakluna fights with a Kubo over in that far corner. Kubo goes down. Ball still in play. Kubo rides to the goal line and goes over for a goal kick. So great defensive work there from Dylan Shakluna, the Wanderers number 6. Fighting tooth and nails for this victory today. A big 3 points on offer as Noah Castle is going to make his way off. And it looks like Sam O'Connor in the centre of the park. So Castle off and O'Connor on in his place as they look to push the numbers forward now. All or nothing for Luke Casserly and his Hillside. Sapsford, chance with a second header to nod it forward. Rain tumbles down here in Rudy Hill. Wood with the outball to find Kelshaw, just skips off the turf, and Robic plays it for Gigliotti, keeps it in. Kelshaw tracks across. Gigliotti with the ball in, looking for the penalty spot. Nodded down by Pitkoski, away by Muller. Up towards Frangi. Marcus Fernandez helps out Dylan Shakluna there to win the ball back for Western Sydney. The no-look ball, knowing that Marcus Eunice will be there. The turn, Marcus Eunice goes down under the challenge from Frangi. Gets all ball, but it's still with the Wanderers and Hollingdale. Well, he almost made it through there, Riley Hollingdale. Just on the other side of the post. Wood with a quick goal kick. No time to waste. The scoreboard's gone off, so I can't tell you in terms of time the remainder of this one. Muller. Cardi was off and gone. He was tracked across by Chelina. That would have been a good match race, but Sapsford has the ball at his feet. Gigliotti to his right, Eunice to his left. Plays it in behind for Gigliotti. Gets there first. Tried to pick out the near post top corner. Of course, Marcus Eunice trailing at the back post. Not really an option for the cutback from Gigliotti that time. Great way to pass from the skipper. Sapsford, he's run himself to the ground. Today, as of all the Wanderers players, not easy in these conditions to play with 10 men for an hour. Time, Kubo gives away a free kick on Panazopoulos. Chelina worked tirelessly in the heart of the defence for Andrew Christensen today. Not in any hurry, but he'll need to get things moving. Anthony Pandazopoulos he too will find himself with a yellow card. Wood change of the direction across to the left. Kelshaw looks up, can't see great deals, so plays it for Petkowski. O'Connor, Kelshaw. O'Connor with a turn. Kelshaw, you can hear him there say turn, 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 and that's what he did. Shift across. Finds Frangie. Philp just ahead of him. Onto the penalty spot it goes. Away by Panazopoulos. Muller. No way through at the moment. That middle third really blocked from Western Sydney. Hollingdale. The ball falls to his feet. Has to play it short. Sapsford goes to skip around, but they've got 3-on-3 all of a sudden. Sapsford got to check his run. Eunice will go 1v1. Philp all in behind for Hollingdale. As Sapsford drops back for the cutback. Eunice! Well, he should have made it 3. Marcus Eunice should have got his second of the afternoon. Sends it over the crossbar. Beautiful football from Western Sydney Wanderers. They need to get back and defend now. Frangie. Giovanali, great ball for Frangie. Against Chicluna, comes back again. Bumps off Frangie to win back the ball. Frangie comes in there, strong, but Chelina rides the challenge, comes away with the throw. Over on the far side, just in front of the dressing sheds, the players, they won't want to get off quick enough tonight in these weather conditions. As heavy as it's been all day, not sure what it's like through the camera on Manchester. Bringing you all the action. Football New South Wales, one of the best in the business. It's a deflection on the way through, and will be a corner to Hills United. Ball for Togger in front of me, earning every cent worth tonight. Don't forget, 2 games to be played today still. 2 washouts. Central Coast Mariners and Apia washed out, as well as Marconi Rockdale, which was slated to be the match of the round. That 2 washed out. And the post ball away. And the first time half volley in from Wade Giovanali, not too far wide. Plenty of connection on it. There'll be another substitution for Western Sydney. We wait to see who's the man to come off. Might be Marcus Eunice. He's walking to the sideline like a man that's going to put a jumper on shortly. Jacket. Good. Play out. It's the Wanderers now. Wanderers with the throw. Towards Sapsford it goes. It will be a Wanderers corner. No one in any hurry to take this one for Western Sydney. take the corner. Well, strong there, blocking Shikluna, and they come away with it now. Giovanali. Kilshaw. O'Connor. Dello Sandy was the replacement, the shot and the save there from Tiger Harpo. So young Dello Sandy, part of Blacktown City's under-16s championship side from last season. He was the substitution, just confirming that. He's got a bit more hair than I remember him from last year, Dello. Another one of the youngsters coming through Western Sydney Wanderers. Getting an opportunity in these final minutes. Absolutely teeming down. Looks like it's the middle of winter. You have to walk in the rain to the car park. The family umbrellas in the wife's car. Seat warmers and the heat will be on as soon as I jump in. Giovanali. Petkovsky. Salo. And he comes across there to just drop into that pocket. Shikluna with the throw for Western Sydney. Hollingdale. Shikluna. Chelina, and he'll send this one up towards Gigliotti. Again, no hurry, 2-0 up. Western Sydney Wanderers. Live standing at the moment. Rockdale on 38, Apia and Wanderers on 37. They will finish the round in third spot. Maintain that third spot regardless of what happens here today. Here's Sandy. Gallo holds it up. I don't know if you can see through the camera. It's absolutely pelting down sideways here at Western Sydney Wanderers Football Park. Gigliotti. The pressure from Kelshaw. Wanderers win it back in the centre of the park. Yes, they do. Dello Sandy now can transition forward. It's 3-on-4. Sapsford there with Petkovsky and won't run all the way through to Ryan Wood. Dylan Shikluna. Slow to pick up the ball. Don't think if either of these two signs at the moment would mind if the ref called this one off. Crashing full time in the under 18s behind me. Western Sydney Wanderers 4 leading Sydney Olympic 1. Those that have messaged in. Approaching full time here on the grass pitch. Field 7 here at Wanderers Football Park. Still Western Sydney 2 leading Hills United 0, but that may change with this attacking raid through Nikolai Muller now. Belcardi's through the middle. They have to go right now. And again, he's been fantastic, Dylan Shikluna. The amount of work he's done today and the plays that he's broken up. Beautiful ball forward. Fernandez slips. Sandy, the 1-2 there. Wins it back. Slides in. Zach Sapsford. Well, there's nothing he can't do. He just keeps going the full 90 minutes. Sapsford drives towards the 18-yard box. Kelshaw there. It's a cheeky dink. Sapford's gone down after that play on. Kubo there with Panazopoulos, who comes over the sideline for a throw. I think he's probably running on fumes at the moment. Zach Sapford gets to his feet in the background. Nicola Muller now. Juvenali tries luck. Comes off the side of his foot. Doesn't quite get it on his instep there by Juvenali. Tiger Harper again goes long. All the players using what's dry on their jersey to wipe their faces. Won't be a skerrit of dryness on that jersey tonight. Let's hope the showers stay warm for both sets of players. 20 years ago, we've been first in, first served. Gigliotti stayed down, and the referee's going to call it up. He's clutching at his right leg, hitting the ground, so hope for Gigliotti it's not a bad injury. You never like to see that with players clutching at an injury and hitting the ground. Sort of looks somewhat innocuous, but sometimes they are the ones that can be the worst injuries. Having done my ACL and Achilles rupture many years ago when playing, can handle the minor niggle or two. With, you know, no player likes to miss a week or two, but long-term injuries a little harder to stomach, especially young aspiring footballers. There's Medico, Rosalind Trimboli there, just checking on him. Anthony Barbich there as well. As well as Dylan Cicluna and Anthony Panthazopoulos checking on his well-being. So to Marcus Fernandez. Looks like Dylan's having a word to Stephen Lucas, the referee. As Roman Chelina and Tiger Harper play some juggling games in the background, keeping warm. As the lights come on, and if he didn't know it already, it felt like it was a night game. This one, 3 o'clock kickoff today. He stayed down, so it's not a good sign. Physio treating him there. Gigliotti, of course, go through today's games at 5:30 coming up. Spirit taking on Sutherland Sharks. Central Coast Mariners Academy and Arpulaika postponed due to the inclement weather up at Plume Park. So too Marconi Stallions and Rockdale Illingdon, which was slated to be the match of the round. Marconi Stadium closed today. The other game tonight, 7:15, the late kickoff. St George City hosting Sydney Olympic. As Gigliotti makes his way ever so slowly over to the sideline. Because tomorrow, 2 games, Blacktown City and St George FC. Wollongong Wolves hosting Sydney United, so perhaps the Wollongong game may be in doubt. Grass pitches there. Phillip makes his way across to the sideline, and we wish him well, hoping it's not too bad an injury as physio Rosalind Trimboli just checks on him. And if we can get an update on that, he's getting a spray there, as you can just see right in front of us. He's got a nasty gash on his shin, I can see it from our vantage point. So he's obviously copped some errant studs. He's going to come back on, so more so than anything else to plug the numbers. It was a nasty gash. I wouldn't be surprised if he needs a stitch or two. Here's Sapsford now. 3, 4 yellow shirts around him. Plays it to the corner. Has Dello Sandy with him. He wants to use him. Still Sapsford, twisting, turning. Cam Philp there, gets around him. Almost like Killian gives away the free kick in the end, but the fact that he had the ball for 10 or 15 seconds there, running down the clock, not a lot of minutes left in this one. And as we said earlier, the scoreboard's gone off, so as the scoreboard was running today, I didn't keep time myself. But we are not far off full time here at Wanderers Football Park. Stephen Lucas has had a look or two at his watch, so get the Oddie there. He's going to be a sore boy when the heat comes out of that one. Giovanelli whips it over the sideline. And ladies and gentlemen, that's full time here at Wanderers Football Park. Western Sydney Wanderers 2 defeating Hills United 0 in a cold and wet football park today. A very important win for Andrew Christensen's side as they maintain top 3 spot entering round 18 next week. Consolidate that split third spot. Goals for them today in the first half. Aidan Hammond in the 27th minute. Beautiful assist from Marcus Eunice. Marcus Eunice got his own in the 57th after some wonderful lead-up work from Philip Gigliotti, who got the assist. Both sides had chances to add to the score. But in the end, Wanderers did what they had to do, playing with 60 minutes of 10-man football. They held out Hills. And they get another victory. Their 12th of the season through their opening 17 rounds. Back to winning ways after last week's 0-0 draw against Sutherland Sharks. On behalf of the team here at Football New South Wales, my man, Jess on the camera, everyone at Football New South Wales. Don't forget the 2 games today on at 5:30, the Spirit game and then the St George City game at 7:15 from Penshurst Park. From a cold, wet and windy Wanderers Football Park, full time here in this round 17 clash of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. It's been a pleasure. Will Gotsis calling this one for you tonight, where it's ended. The home side, victors, Western Sydney Wanderers 2, defeating Hills United 0.